Hey guys, Lacey and Steve here from Duo Reacts.
Steve and Lacey.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
And watching Breaking Bad Season 2, Episode 13.
ABQ.
Ooh, she even got it on the sign.
I even changed it this time.
See?
This episode is called ABQ, short for Albuquerque, I'm guessing.
Yeah, sure.
In the last episode, it was a tough one. Walt just straight.
We had a long discussion about it.
Yeah, we
No
had a
sense
long
in
discussion.
diving into that.
We're not gonna rehash any of that. We're just gonna get right into the episode. So, about ready?
Yeah, I say we jump right in. Nothing really to discuss. We discussed everything in detail in the last video. So if you didn't catch it and you want to hear our minds on the last episode, Phoenix, which I thought was a great episode, and it really did show Heisenberg coming out. I read your comments.
Every single one of them.
You know, commented on a lot of them. So if you didn't see that, made a lot of comments on them. So I hope you enjoyed those. Agreed with a lot of you, and great insight in the comments.
Yep. All right then, let's do it.
Let's duo it and get it on like Donkey Kong.
Oh, are we back to the whole to the teddy bear?
Yep. This has eluded me so long.
This is like starting off like exactly the same as a previous episode.
Yeah.
What the hell, man? There's like debris everywhere.
What in the
What
hell?
is...
Well, the police are definitely there, and the whole area is...
Wait, there's stuff like everywhere.
Yeah, on the...
Is that like in the background where that is coming from?
Yeah.
With like helicopters?
Jesus Christ.
What in the hell happens?
That's gonna drive me nuts.
It looks like something huge, something big. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, who the hell is this guy?
Saul Goodman sent me.
He called Saul?
Yeah.
For what exactly?
Clean up. It's pretty direct.
Get rid of any sort of...
Any other drugs in the house? Think hard. Your freedom depends on it. What about guns? You got any guns in the house? Here's your story. You woke up, you found her, that's all you know. Say it. Say it, please. I woke up, I found her, that's all I know. Say it. I woke up, I found her, that's all I know. I woke up, I found her, that's all I know. I woke up, I found her, that's all I know. Again. I woke up, I found her, that's all I know. I woke up, I found her, that's all I know.
Look right there. Look at that.
Are those donations?
Yes. That total strangers gave us $490. And it's
Well,
all
it's like...
real actual money. It's
Oh, man.
Oh no.
Damn.
Now, how did I know you wouldn't be answering your phone? I'm on my way. I'm going to be there momentarily. I
Oh,
expect you on the
no.
porch. Bag packed. ready to go. No excuses.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no. He knows.
Damn.
Oh, no.
Sir, you may not want to be here for this.
Oh, no.
Okay. And
Man,
That's rough.
what in the hell?
All right, some of you already know my brother-in-law. He's a good man. The doctor's saying this operation has a real chance of helping him. Get the six-pack of my very own Schrader Brow. Home-brewed, silky perfection.
Smallest donation is 2 6-packs.
All right. Other than going here, pea sitting down, the way I see it,
Walt's
raw
picture
talent's
is
bound to
sitting
pop up
right
somewhere.
there.
That's like whack-a-mole. So, local
That's
police
what I saw
departments,
when they
small-town
walked past.
sheriffs.
I thought I saw
Yeah,
that.
yeah. It's kind of
Not much
weird.
luck inside the land of enchantment.
It's like the
But outside,
imagery.
every- I don't
Address
recommend
to
it.
what?
How about you go on home, Walter? Let me handle this.
Handle what?
I'm confused.
I know, I am too. He's trying to track somebody down. Okay, that guy don't look scary or nothing. Oh, this is like a drug house, isn't it?
Yeah. Meth house or
Yeah, some sort of
heroin house or...
drug house.
Jesse.
Jesse?
Are those two having sex over there?
It looked like it.
Wake up.
Hey, man, that's some free mess.
Jesse, it's me, it's Walt. It's Walt.
Oh no, he's gonna frickin'
Let's get out of here.
Damn.
I killed her, Andy. I got her back.
Jesse, look at me. Look at me. You didn't kill anybody.
I love her more than anything.
Agent Schrader, I'd like you to meet Andrew Kaufman of the Adobe Hotel.
Hey, Kai, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Paul Conterna of Conterna Real Estate.
Hey, it's a pleasure. Good to meet you.
And Gustavo Fring of Los Pollos Hermanos.
Please, just Gus.
Hi, Gus. Gotta tell you, you guys make some killer chicken.
Well, thank you very much.
These gentlemen are underwriting this year's fun run, and I thought I would give them a tour.
Now, the group that I supervise focuses on methamphetamine, which is a growing problem in the country, unfortunately.
Terrible.
Yeah, it is indeed.
Really?
We have some successes locally, but...
This is one of your agents.
Oh, well, it's my brother-in-law. You know, he's got a health issue.
Uh-oh.
I'm very sorry. What sort of health issue?
Lung cancer.
Oh, that's a rough one.
Oh, hey, you don't do that.
Please, I'm happy to do
Oh shit,
Oh.
But did he really not know? Like, you would have thought he would have vetted him before working with him, but...
Not necessarily.
No,
It's
he
not
knows
something
now.
Gonna have my surgery on Friday.
Is this like a rehab? It looks pretty nice.
But if not, so
The news is here.
How much money have you raised so far?
Look at how he's...
$6,360. But there's more coming in all the time.
Wow, that's amazing. We don't even know what to say. He's a good man, isn't he?
He's like...
Ask anyone. He's a great father, a great teacher. He knows like everything there is to know about chemistry. He's patient with you, and he's always there for you. He's just decent, and he always does the right thing. And that's
he looks like internally he's like having a breakdown.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes, ma'am. Totally.
I'm totally
my
not.
dad is my hero.
Says my dad is my hero.
Wow. I don't know what this stuff is, but it's pretty great.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I'll be looking for you.
Oh, you'll probably want to take it.
Out.
Yeah, you better.
Where's your phone? Your cell phone, did you bring it?
Which one? I'm pretty sure he didn't bring it, Mom.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit. I don't know why that made me laugh, but the drugs.
It was the
He
drugs.
just outed himself. It's an
Which
idiot.
one?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Hey, welcome back. Thanks. After a certain point, time off doesn't help. So, I figured I'd rather be here. Focus on work. Sure. And to maintain a few thousand.
Air traffic controller.
Is that what that is?
Lima 3.
I think I may just keep this. Sky? What do you think?
I don't think she's too happy with you
I don't think
right
she's
now.
talking to you.
I'm going to Hank and Marie's for the weekend.
Oh shit.
I'm taking the baby with me. I want you to pack your things and leave.
What would I do?
Hank is off it.
Uh-oh.
Because you're a liar, Walt. Right before your surgery, I asked if you had packed your cell phone, and you said, which one?
When? Skylar, I was medicated.
Then it got me thinking again about all the strange behavior.
Who am I having an affair with?
Well, my guess was Gretchen Schwartz. Oh, I know you're not. Because I asked her.
She's been doing her research.
It really took me forever to get in touch with her. So I finally left a message. What exactly is going on between you and my husband? I thought that'd get her attention, and it did. So she called me back. The money for your treatment? Gretchen and Elliot didn't give you a dime. They paid for nothing. I called your mother. Yeah. Thanks for that, too. But I thought, maybe
All
she
the
has
lies.
money
They're
that I
all
don't
out in the open.
know about. Maybe she contributed. It turns out that not only is the money not from your mother, she didn't even know that you have cancer. You never went to see. I dropped you at the
She
airport.
knows-
I picked you up. You were gone for 4 days.
I mean,
And yet she swears.
Skylar, don't do this, please.
I knew this was going to happen at some point.
That's too much.
You can expect her to stay
If I tell
after
you the truth,
you've been lying to her?
stay, and I will tell you everything.
Whatever it is.
Wow. mean, he had to know that this was going to happen at some point. That all of his lies were going to catch up with him.
Wayfair 515.
They keep going back to him. Is this it?
Juliet 921, Squawk 4.
Yeah.
201 ident.
Has something to do with this guy?
I think so.
And
Clear
him.
direct to Albuquerque via the Jane Mike 21, turn heading.
Uh-oh.
Disregard. Aircraft
He's
calling,
fucking
say
up.
again.
He's going to cause something.
Lifeguard 46.
He's going to cause something. That's what it is.
Wayfair 515. Traffic
Look
3
at him
o'clock.
sweating.
Air, turn left heading 085. 4.6. Contact Albuquerque Center 134. Wayfair 515. Descendant.
Oh shit, that's what.
10,000.
Oh no.
Do you have the traffic at your 9 o'clock?
Oh no. He's going to make two planes crash into each other, isn't he? Oh shit. Oh. Oh my god. No, that means, oh, there were definitely kids on one of them planes.
Yeah, but why the dead bodies from the...
It's apparently raining dead bodies, maybe? Oh, it's over. Ugh, wow. So...
Everything came to a head right at the end.
Skylar left.
She knows
She pretty much knows everything minus the...
details.
Right. She knows everything that he's pretty much told her has been a lie. Which is enough in itself for her to leave. And
Was he getting ready to tell her? Like...
I think he was going to tell her. I honestly, he probably...
I mean, what in the hell could he
He
have...
was backed into a corner. I felt like if she would have given him the opportunity, he probably would have told her. But I think she probably still would have left. I don't think it would have mattered.
Oh, no, I agree. I agree.
And he was grasping at straws. If I tell you the truth, will you stay?
Well, their marriage is in shambles right now.
It looks like they're splitting up from what it looks like. So I don't know how he's going to salvage this. But
There's
now
so
we
many
have...
questions I have in my mind, like what will Hank think? How did he get all this money? Or is that not going to be talked about?
Is Skylar, yeah, like, is she gonna just keep everything to herself?
Like, suppressed?
Right, because she knows that there's all this money, but she doesn't know where it came from.
Right. The mom didn't. I mean, she knows everything. Incredible.
I'm still kind of reeling about the end, how it was Jane's father that caused that. He caused...
Was it because he meant to do it?
I don't think so.
Or was it because he was so distraught?
I think he was losing. Like,
he needed to take time
he
away.
wasn't ready to come back to work, and his brain was not ready to handle that.
I hope you're right.
Because did you notice that he said Jane?
Yeah, Jane Mary.
So I think he was
Jane
just
Mike or something.
His mind was not ready yet to be fully focused on his job, and that's a pretty freaking important job.
Yeah.
To not fuck up.
Oh.
And he fucked up majorly because it looks like he was starting to kind of like freeze. When he saw what was happening, he was starting to freeze up. Like, he saw what was happening, but he couldn't act. And I think that was because he wasn't ready.
Well, that whole episode...
It was a rough episode.
I couldn't keep my mind off of the fact of him going through that with his daughter. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I felt like his character was the one I
related to.
Well, that I paid attention to throughout the whole show.
Yeah.
It was feeling bad for him.
Feeling bad for him.
Seeing that numb.
Yeah.
face.
Exactly. And I think it's partially because we went through that same feeling where there were days upon days upon days of just feeling numb.
Yeah.
And feeling like...
I don't think anyone can put a time limit on how quick you should bounce back from
exactly
something like
and
that.
I get what he was saying, like sometimes being away from work is like it's worse. It does, because like you kind of need to do something to keep your mind occupied and you know what I mean?
Sometimes just to stay numb for a while is just fine until your body can...
Obviously, in his case, he needed to stay home for a bit longer.
Yeah.
But, yeah, feeling bad for him and what he was going through. And I was also feeling very bad for Jesse and what he was going through. I mean, he's blaming himself. He's saying that he deserves everything that he's getting, and no, you know, like, I feel so bad for him too, and I was tearing up when he was crying in the drug house with Walt.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'll be honest with you, my focus was more on the dad.
But yeah, no, both. It was mine, for me, it was on both and everybody's pain. Because it was a very rough episode. Very good episode, but very rough, very emotional, and very, like, real. And
to wake up and see a person that you love
dead like
next
that,
to you,
oh my gosh.
You know, and you are a contributing factor.
Yeah, so he's blaming himself because he was doing it with her. And yeah, I could see why he blames himself, but regardless, it's not, he's blaming himself, saying, I killed her. No, you didn't kill her. Like,
no, I know.
It was was her own decision to...
It was bad decisions on both,
he
was there, and he feels that, I mean, it's that I could have done something more than, you know...
Yeah, if I wouldn't have gotten her back into drugs if I would have done this, if I would have done that, or... Yeah, I get it. I do.
And the dad may feel some responsibility as well. Because
he allowed her to make that decision to not go today, to go tomorrow to rehab. And all it took was that 24 hours.
He may feel that he sent her into that last drug usage. By
forcing her to, yeah.
I mean, it could go both ways on that.
Yeah, there's so many different, yeah. It was a very rough episode.
I read a lot of your comments too, and I appreciate everybody that actually shared with us some of the
stories.
And like I said, I went through a lot of the comments, if not most of all of them.
Probably all of them.
And some of the stories in there that, you know, if you're reading the comments, go back to the last episode and definitely read some of those. There were some really good stories in there as well, and I appreciate everybody sharing them with me because, you know, I'm not saying they were interesting to me. You know, they weren't easy to read, but they were interesting to me. Yeah. To see how
things, just, you know, bits and pieces about your guys' lives that you're sharing with us. You know, we like to share our stories with you guys. But we also like for you guys to share your stories with us because, you know, we like to be interactive with you guys and, like, build relationships with you guys. Like, we want you to have faces and names, and we want to know you guys, so.
Yeah, I truly believe that, you know, the father, he probably needed, you know, we don't know what he did during that time off. He probably definitely did need time to... Maybe
seek some sort of help, maybe, as far as, like, talk to somebody.
Talking.
Yeah.
And he seems like the type that he keeps it all in.
Yeah.
You know?
I think maybe his wife was already gone.
It just seems that way.
It seems that way. Mm-hmm. It didn't appear that he had anybody to talk to help him through this. Like, for me and you, like, we kind of had each other to get each other through. You know, and our family and all that. But
there was a lot of times where we just sat.
Yeah.
And sometimes to say nothing.
Sometimes we just didn't want to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
But then there's times where you need that.
It took a very long time, so I can totally get where
well, I know
his
for
character...
us it took a good solid 6 months.
No, maybe more.
Even to be able
more.
to leave the house comfortably.
Yeah.
So 6 weeks. I mean, that's what it around that time frame. I don't know if that everybody's different though, but in this case, apparently he needed to take a bit more time because he was freezing up. He was messing up. His mind was too much on that to be able to focus on what he needed to do. And
well, now I understand the name of the episode, ABQ.
Yeah, airport. Is that what that is? ABQ airport?
The airport, you know, when they put the luggage, like in Chicago O'Hare, it's ORG or, you know.
Yeah, ORD. Yeah. So that's what that meant, which is interesting. Which also makes me think about the very first episode of this season was named 747. That was where we first saw the teddy bear in the water.
Mm-hmm.
And the very first episode, it was called 747. And I remember I was like, well, it's either a plane or a time or... but it ended up being, in that episode, it ended up being the amount of money that Walt needed to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
But 747 is also a plane.
True.
That's crazy.
No, I don't know if they're related, but
I'm
yeah, good point.
Pretty sure.
I think it all led to this, where, you know, to the ending part.
Yeah.
Of...
One, like how small decisions, small actions, what impact that makes.
It impacted several people.
And in this case, I'm assuming several hundred deaths.
For sure.
I mean, 2 planes crash into each other. Each plane probably had at least 100 people on it. Maybe, I don't know. And ultimately, that would be like kind of like
I would have never guessed.
That's like borderline Walt's fault. Like borderline, because he's the one that ultimately caused Jane's death.
It's the ripple effect.
But it's the ripple effect that you let Jane die. You could have saved her, and then her dad couldn't deal with that in a healthy way, and now hundreds of people probably
are gone.
This is going to be...
I just didn't understand, you know, seeing the teddy bear and all that stuff. I'd have never guessed that that's what it was.
No, I would have never.
I saw the 2 smoke things off in the distance behind his house, and I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, I couldn't figure out if it was like some sort of like explosion that like left debris flew off.
It just didn't look right. Everything seemed off to me to that.
But then I was like, I couldn't put it together in my head, and there's no way in a million years that I would have ever guessed that it was because of that. So they did a really good job. It started
to make sense as everything was happening.
Like once we saw that he worked with
the light bulb started going off.
It started going off like, oh, he works with planes.
He's
controller.
You could see him sweating. You could see all the stuff going on.
And I'm like, and then it was clicking, and I'm like, he's gonna make something happen, something bad happen, because he's not ready to come back to work.
Crazy.
No, I don't think it was on purpose. It didn't look like it was malicious.
At first, I wasn't sure. You know, but then
I think he was. Because the reason I think
overtook him.
I think the reason I think not was because he input her name into his, you know, his talking.
And that stopped in his mind. Yeah.
And then that kind of like he couldn't get back on track after that.
I understand that.
I can understand that too, but that is imagine how he must feel after that. Like, oh my God, he's gonna be a
freaking case. And it's kind of, well, I don't know if he had to come back to work or not, but it seemed like he was ready to come back. That's a terrible, you know.
It seemed like his coworker was kind of shocked that he was back. And he was like, oh, well, because he's like, are you feeling good? Are you ready to be back? But maybe he did have, I don't know.
Seems like one hell of a responsibility. So.
Good episode, you guys. Crazy episode. Emotional. Hard to watch. But ultimately very good. But thank you guys so much for watching.
Yes.
Please leave a like on this video. Leave your comments and questions below.
Yes.
Make sure you subscribe if you're not already.
And share the video.
And bang that bell. And we hope that you have an amazing and awesome day.
Hope amazing happens to you. Peace out.